Hey, Ellen. So yes, I was just reading here that it looks like you already realized that your light meter it's just not doing the job you need it to do. Before I got to that part in your write-up, I was really looking at these images, trying to figure out if you're holding it wrong, or, I mean, you've got the Lumisphere up. I can't tell what mode you've got it in, but I'm assuming at this point you know to put it in incident when you're taking incident meter readings, and that you're setting it at the same ISO as your camera. And that was my only other suggestion, is check and make sure that the meter is set to the same ISO as your camera. But yeah, all these images, even the ones that you adjusted, every image is underexposed. These are not. These are exposed pretty well. But the rest of them are all really underexposed. This equipment shot is impossible for me to decipher, so I am going to skip it. But the rest of them make a lot of sense to me. Oops, sorry, I'm a little off frame here. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Move over a little bit more. There we go. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. Because your key light is, I guess I can't tell from the setup which is your key light. Let me reread this. Let me see if I can figure it out. Yep, nope, can't tell. Well, I can tell by looking at your three. Let's look at your three finals. So your key light is clearly coming from camera right, because the shadows are hard. It's a hard key light, it's undiffused, and the shadows are hard because we can see a clear outline of your body on the backdrop. Same here. We have a hard shadow, so we know it's hard light, it's undiffused. And here it's coming from camera left, camera left, camera right. That's funny. I was just looking at a picture of a dog, and my dog groaned. She's like, "Don't look at that dog." So these are just so dark. It's hard for me to really give a whole lot of feedback other than more exposure, and then really probably my other feedback would be, you know what, move your lights in a lot closer to your set, always, in this case, because I'm pretty sure these are tungsten lights, right? Or are these those SP whatever studio strobes, and you're using just the modeling lamp? Maybe that's what's going on, because the white balance seems a bit off as well. Maybe that's what's going on. Are you using tungstens or are you using the modeling lamps on strobes? That would be helpful to know. Because on some really high quality strobe heads, you can get away with using the modeling lamps as continuous lights, but on the lower quality ones, it's not going to work. But I'm not accusing you of that here. I'm just saying that out loud. FYI, I can't tell this because the color of this seems so cool and grayish that it doesn't feel like tungsten lighting to me. I mean, unless you changed your white balance significantly in camera, you know, to try and filter out that really cool, well, Kelvin scale cool, aesthetically warm color that we get from tungsten lights. So my advice is get a new light meter. And work a lot with your lights, because, you know, this is new to you, and so you don't even know what they do yet because you haven't really experimented that much. So what's happening here with whatever it is that you're doing with your lights, which is kind of hard for me to tell with the equipment shots, because I'm not sure that these are set up exactly as you're shooting, is that these are undiffused lights, and so you're getting a very hard, unflattering quality of light in your images. So work with that. If you have any light modification tools, bring them into the mix, you know, and just play with them some more. You know, play with them significantly before next week's assignments, or even during next week's assignments, because next week's assignments are potentially going to be less stressful because you're not going to need to shoot a human being. You're going to be doing architecture. So that'll be a good time to just monkey around, and you'll probably have a little bit more time in between assignments, so you'll be able to just play with your lights. So that's my advice, is play, 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 and then play some more. And then if you have any very specific questions about this assignment, Ellen, and what was going on, you know, go ahead and post them here or in Problems and Solutions or whatever. Here would probably be best. Because I'd love to answer any questions you have. But right now, I just really think you need to spend a lot of time playing with your lights. Okay? Thanks.